Welcome back to SpeterTV. It's probably time for me to check in on Spider-Man again, right? So, producer Amy Pascal confirmed that Sony and Marvel will be making another Spider-Man trilogy with Tom Holland. Though Sony's come out and said, that's not official, but we hope so. Maybe, who knows? That's not official. What you talking about, Amy? We do know Amy Pascal does have a history of saying things that other executives may not be ready to say. So, just in the hypothetical then, regardless of what will or won't happen, what elements and characters and whatever else should a second MCU Spider-Man trilogy bring? Well, obviously it's hard to say too much before No Way Home actually comes out, but here I am. I've seen plenty of conversations since this news broke and kinda unbroke, and I have my own thoughts, thankfully, because I'm making a video right now. But first, I think it might be necessary to go over some of the gripes that a number of fans do have with the MCU version of Spider-Man. He's too reliant on Tony Stark, even after he died. He's too well connected, his secret's out at this point. Uncle Ben hasn't been referenced out loud specifically by name yet. His suits are overpowered. His villains are practically Iron Man villains through their motivation. He needs and gets too much help. He's not actually responsible enough. What else? The movies aren't funny enough or in the right way. The side characters aren't funny or interesting to a lot of people. I think that's most of it. So agree or disagree, these are a lot of people's issues with these movies so far. I agree with or at least see validity in plenty of these points, though I've still enjoyed this interpretation. So let's just say, regardless of how No Way Home ends, how can we take things from where they are and seem to be to where a lot of people would like them to be, but without, sacrificing everything that people like about what's currently going on? Let's start in the macro. Funny enough, I don't think they should be afraid to scale things back down. I feel this for the MCU as a whole, but especially for Spider-Man. This is the time for a reset. Not a reboot, but take a breath, go back to building things. Keep building on what you've already built, of course, but it's like a graduation. Like literally, Peter should probably be going to college after this. I know a lot of fans lament the fact that Peter's been stuck in high school for so long and they're so tired of this baby Spider-Man. And Spider-Man's not just a high schooler, guys. He goes to college so fast in the comics, and I get it. He is in the MCU though, guys. He's part of a bigger story. He can only age so fast. And he lost 5 years to being dust, as we all are. But it is time to keep things moving time-wise. Spider-Man movies come out a lot faster than most other Marvel heroes movies, so I get why things would feel stagnant because he's not really progressing too much between movies. But I think it's time to move forward and reintroduce some old favorites. Being a photographer, dealing with more money issues in general, which they can easily give him at this point. He can lose connections. Falcon can't get a loan. You can really scale it back down to Peter Parker's personal problems, especially becoming an actual adult now, having a whole lot to balance, and introduce more ground-level targeted threats, like Scorpion, who's been set up forever now, like the crime bosses like Silvermane and, Tombstone and, Hammerhead and, Kingpin. Bring in the Spider Slayers, make J. Jonah Jameson a villain if you want, or at least a more active antagonist. Whether he's still with MJ or not, introduce, Gwen Stacy if you want again. Bring in Black Cat. Essentially just scale things down and give him more challenges and threats that are just targeted at him. I don't need him to have less tech, but maybe let him make more of his own and show off that side of him. And honestly, I think that mostly sums it up. I think I can leave it at that. So let me know what you want to see in a hypothetical MCU second Spider-Man trilogy. So thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. I'll still see it. I want to know. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell to let your Speter sense tingle when I upload. And I will see you if things go to plan tomorrow. But you have to wash your hands. Deal?